So, guys, we're back with All Ball Talk. Today, we're going to be going over the Bears' reaction to the playoff loss last night and a little bit of an outlook and a sneak peek into the offseason and tough decisions the Bears have to make. Sean, what did you think about the game last night?
Absolute heartbreaker. I mean, I told my dad at halftime, right when it was about 10-10, I was like, Bears are probably going to lose this in a heartbreaking way, right? And that's exactly kind of how it went down. It's really, really, really tough game, especially when I mean, it looks like you're going to lose, and it looks like you have it. You're about, 15 yards away, field goal range. And I don't know what the hell happened on that last play on offense. And then you knew when you gave Stafford the ball that second time, it was basically over. I mean, you usually get in field goal range. There was hope on a miss, but didn't. Caleb played well. I mean, a lot of highs, a lot of lows. It's just a really tough game. So many things to break down.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm a little torn because obviously the defense showed up, which I don't think anybody expected. That was a different thing, different than what everybody anticipated with who would have thought it was really the DBs. The secondary really locked in.
Yeah.
There was a period where there was no Jalen, and then there was a period where there was no Deshaun. So I thought that was kind of weird. But Stevenson was on the field
Stevenson
for
was
most of
playing
that
well.
game.
Yeah.
Clearly Kyler makes a huge impact from what they were 4-0 with him this year. Looks like they're gonna be 5-0. And then, a little bit of miscommunication between Caleb and DJ. Kind of ruined it. But I don't know. What do you think about Caleb? So 5 picks in 2 playoff games. One was
So
basically
weird.
a punt. That what I think the
Well,
one.
he had 4 or 3 fourth down picks. Fourth down picks in my book really don't count. Just basically like incompletions.
Yeah.
So
Well, the one was a miscommunication with Luther, the one that
yeah,
Carrington Valentine picked off.
yep.
I don't really count that.
I don't really count that
That doesn't
either.
that
Fourth
doesn't count
down
to
pick.
me. Same thing with the 4th and 1 that he just had to heave it up to.
That's not really his fault
Like the
either.
2 picks against the Packers were pretty much those
Those
are
are,
just
I mean,
dead
those are good
throwaways.
picks in ways. We gained field position.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't agree with those ones. But um, then what the 3 today? What that one was really bad. He didn't see the. I think they dropped into quarters, and he didn't see.
What the
Um,
out route to Luther or something like that?
yeah, who
It
was
was
that?
interesting. Collinsworth was breaking it down where it was like Colson ran like a wrong route against the coverage or whatever,
Yeah,
and it would have been open if you ran the right route. But then like Caleb kind of had it pre-decided,
yeah.
and just couldn't fit in there.
Then obviously the last one was a miscommunication, and then the next one was just it's fourth
That was
down.
just bad
That would have
throw.
been an extremely tough ball to fit in.
Yeah, but it's an overthrow. We've seen those.
It
He
is
does
what it is.
overthrow it.
So
So
I don't know, but regardless, I think it's pretty clear that that was one of the best throws in NFL history that we just witnessed on the 4th and 4.
yeah, I mean, talk about just collapsing the pocket. I don't know. It's a horrible offensive line right there, and
God,
then
that
somehow.
was they sent the house and they delivered. But one more talking point. I do want to talk about Brisker because that was the best game of his Bears career, and I don't think that's even debatable.
That's fair. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, he
got
had that
sacked
one
too.
regular season game last year, but I think it was actually against the Rams last year too. Actually, I think right.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I think it was. Yeah. I think he won an NFC Defensive Player of the Week, but I was super impressed. He had the one drive, obviously, where he stopped the gap against Kyron. He had the sack, and then the pass deflection on Puka. Um, Obviously that was amazing. I think it's bringing up some conversations in the offseason, like if they should re-sign him or not. Like, I
I've
don't know. Would you?
I've always been a big Brisker guy, so I do like him. I think we should definitely keep him. Definitely, if there was a choice to be made between Byard and Brisker from the safety position, based on age and potential, I'd rather keep Brisker just because Byard. But when we got Byard to Chicago, he was considered like damaged goods,
I
and somehow
disagree
he
with
had
that.
this.
You you just gotta get both because they're both Byard's year to year. So you just
Oh,
get
I mean,
their 1 year contract and
I like Byard. If we keep both, we keep both. But if we had to pick one, I think I would pick Brisker.
I don't know. In my opinion, a couple weeks ago, I would have just let Brisker walk and that's it.
Well,
He was
remember,
playing
Brisker has
terrible.
been dealing with injuries through, most of these last 2 years. I think that's kind of hurt him a
Yeah,
bit.
but he hasn't really had the concussions this year at all.
That's true. The mysterious concussion last year was really weird.
That was odd. And then when Eberflus got fired, he was like, "See me back out on the field."
Yeah, that was, I don't know,
That was just bizarre to me.
kind of
But
a weird situation, but
yeah. Are that do you even entertain re-signing Deshaun?
it depends. I mean, he's not that good of a cover corner, in my opinion. Like speed kills him. So
Yeah. So the weird thing is like so if you are the cornerback room next year, you have Tyreek Stevenson who's been playing better, but the staff clearly does not trust him as much as a guy like Deshaun or something.
well, I mean, I think they just played Nishan because he was so good this year in terms of getting interceptions and just kind of stuck him in there. But I think in terms of like coverage cornerback, Tyreek Stevenson and Deshaun Wright pretty similar. I'm fine with running Tyreek, Jalen, and Kyler and hoping we can re-sign some of the safeties, get some other guys and then running that as a secondary.
I don't know, I think you try to give him a lower offer because I actually don't think Deshaun's market will be very good.
That's a big factor.
There could be a hungry team that will say, you know what, you create a lot of turnovers. Like let's just throw an offer at him. But this is the weird thing. So like if so, obviously you have the first round pick, which I think no matter what, you got to use on an edge rusher.
Well,
Well,
it
obviously it depends on
depends. You can
draft.
trade it.
It depends on where you are and like what players are on the board at the time. But like if there's a couple of guys on the board, you're taking an edge rusher.
I mean, yeah, that's the goal. Well, unless you're signing an edge rusher.
yeah. And then I'm trying to think. So, are you confident going into next year with Stevenson as your CB2? Because I personally, I'd be
Confident, no,
fine
but
with
I'm
it.
fine with it. I'm fine with it.
It's kind of the same thing with DeAndre Swift because DeAndre Swift ran for 1,000 this year. Like you can upgrade. I think Swift's a better player than
I
Stevenson,
think
but it's
I
like
think you keep Swift on my one guy for sure.
yeah, obviously.
Let the Swift contract right out.
I think the only way that you'd actually take a running back is if like it would be a high round pick, but you got to use your high round picks on edge rusher, and I think that is underrated. I think they're going to take a linebacker this year in the in the second or third round.
Yeah, I think that's true too. What do you think about D-Jack? You think he stays? You think he's a piece starter?
DJ?
D-Jack.
Oh, D-Jack. Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to think. So, yeah, I think you got to keep him as your LB3. Like he obviously had some mistakes. Like I don't know. Like did you see like the missed tackle and for the touchdown for Kyron? Like you saw that.
The first one or the last one?
The I believe it was the last one. He manned the gap. He dove with the ankles.
Oh yeah, we're letting him bounce it out. Yeah,
But he's got that speed, like it's different than like and he's been too good of a player. He just kind of reminds me like the linebacker unit to me is like they're obviously a little bit no Edmonds still fairly young for how long he's been in the league.
that's true.
Edwards is older. I mean, he came out of Wisconsin older though, Edwards.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to do because I think you there's definitely a way that I could just see him running back the linebacker core. I think
I
that
think
they
that's your
just
best
go.
bet, and maybe draft someone young.
I think first two picks you just gotta go D line
Probably.
because there's if you think about it, we'll get to DJ Moore in a sec with the offense, but the offense is pretty set.
Is there anyone walking or who is in free agency on the D line like Sweat,
Just Big Bill.
Any of just Billings?
He's the only free agent.
Do you think the Bears get him back?
I don't know. It's tough. Could I see? He's not a guy who's going to be re-signed by the Bears. Like, I think that like at least Byard, they're gonna if Byard gets signed, it's gonna be day one. It's gonna come out or they get an extension on him and they just say Byard like we'll give you 1 year, 6 million.
Probably. Yeah.
Just I mean he led the league in picks, which is
Also that's how much. Yeah. Cap space. Yeah. Because who
so
else
all right,
is,
so
we have Grady.
Grady. I think Grady's played better as of late.
Yeah. No, I mean you signed him, you got to keep him. Grady, Montez. I mean right now Booker's, but I don't know if he'll start.
Well, then you get Dio back. What the hell do you do with Dio?
I don't know what the hell you do with that. Maybe
He's being paid $16 million a year.
If you
Like
cut him, like if you
I'll
could
be
cut him, how
honest, no,
much
you
would that
can't
be
get out of the
free?
contract in year two. You can only get out of the contract after year two. So he's on the team. He's on the team no matter what next year. That's how the
Plus,
contract
we
is
could trade
built.
him. We could trade him.
He has no trade value. You can't trade him. He has no trade value.
Trade him and trade him. Like trade him and a pick.
I don't know. And what do you think about Austin Booker? 'Cause Austin Booker has been developing pretty nicely, I think.
I it's so tough. I like Booker, but I feel like we need another edge. Like we need a veteran edge
Well, so how do you think about this?
that
Khalil
can
Max,
really complete the puzzle.
how would you like Sweat and Khalil Mack on the edges, and Booker's your edge three?
I mean, I wouldn't hate it because Mac would be like a short term stopgap. Hopefully, Booker can learn a little bit, sit behind him, and still rotate in there. Mac's probably healthy the entire year.
Well, it's like this
I mean,
is
I
like
wouldn't
I
hate
don't know where
that
to go
depending on
because
how
like
cheap we can get Mac.
you want to take an early round edge rusher, but what do you address in free agency? But big time edge rushers don't hit free agency.
That's true.
And like I personally
Well,
just don't see a way that Crosby becomes a Bear.
what do you think about this? Let's move on to DJ Moore here.
All
DJ
right,
Moore.
okay.
DJ Moore. We trade him. I haven't been a big DJ Moore guy. I think that like he's been playing pretty well as of late, but that last play kind of opens the door for him to leave. DJ Moore, we trade him to the Raiders. Maybe trade DJ Moore, 1 or 2 first round picks, maybe another pick, and we get Crosby. What do you think about that?
I just don't know if DJ has that kind of trade value. I'll be honest.
But if you're the Raiders right now, you're sitting there with you're gonna draft Mendoza, and then right now you have Mendoza, and then you have Bowers, he's nice. You have Genty, he's nice. But receiver, you really have no one, and you need to have a receiver to kind of help your quarterback develop a bit. So I feel like DJ, who kind of helped Fields develop a little bit, could go to Vegas. That would help him a lot. And what's Crosby doing there? I feel like it's hard to have a good edge rusher on a crappy team, and he doesn't like the
Yeah.
ownership there either.
Well, yeah. So that's the thing about the Max Crosby trade is no matter what, I have to get rid of DJ. Other than that, you
Yeah.
don't really have any other contracts because pretty much unless you traded like Jalen, but you're not gonna trade Jalen for Max Crosby.
No.
Or Sweat. Like you're not gonna trade Sweat for Max Crosby. So DJ is really the only more attractive option for the Raiders. It's just the thing is like I actually don't think that I think I'm in the minority here. I don't think they should trade JJ Moore. I just don't think there's not much trade value. I think he
You gotta
loves
move on from that
Chicago.
contract.
I think you just kind of. I think that's right. He's not playing next year on $28 million a year. He's either getting traded or he's getting restructured. It's one of the two.
DJ,
But he's not. He's not going in next year at $28 million a year.
that's true.
It's just tough because he's had so many great moments in Chicago. So
I just think, don't you think the guard has changed where it's Luther, Rome, and Colson's team now?
well, here's the thing about this is like
DJ was the Fields guy. Fields isn't there anymore. DJ's been
But like I don't think this is an overreaction to last night, but Rome has not proven to be like Rome's proven to be he's flashed. Rome is like Caleb last year at this point. Like he's had a good amount of good
I
games.
think you're hoping that Rome has been bad because he's been injured. Because beginning of the season, when he was healthy, he was good. But when he had the foot injury, which has been lingering for a while, and he finally had to sit out, now he's back and whatever, he's kind of struggled. But you're hoping that Rome is bad. He's been bad lately because of the foot and not because it's a talent issue. And I think that's true.
Yeah, what's alarming to me is he's had more drops.
Well, Rome can't catch. I think that's pretty.
That's an issue. That's a serious issue.
I know it's an issue, but that's a fixable issue. You just
drops a
fucking sit
fixable
at the
issue?
jugs machine and catch about 400 balls a day.
Drops have
It's
been
fixable.
fixed. Only one guy has had drops fixed. Quentin Johnson. He's the only guy.
If Quentin Johnson could fix it, Rome could fix it. I'm sorry. Come on.
There are other guys that can't fix it, but I will say, but he didn't have drop issues coming out, so
It's true.
That's what's bizarre. And the whole thing was like he was like this crazy good contested catch dude. And I think he's like 30% on contested catches in his Bears career so
Yeah, he
far.
can't catch a contested catch at all. I mean, the last catch he made in that Rams game was huge, though.
That
I mean,
was
you
huge.
can't.
Yeah, that was
That
a
was a
great catch.
just
That was
great
one
catch.
hell of a
I was like
catch. But
very surprised.
I just
I,
want to
I,
like so I think you go into next year, Loveland's your top weapon. I think that's 100%.
I mean, I don't see why Luther can't be your top weapon either. I don't see why Rome can't be your top weapon. You have three 1A, 1B, 1C.
That's true, but like I just think you're giving Rome a little bit too much credit. Like
I mean, you can't sit here and act like Colson hasn't had his fair share of drops lately either.
the last two games he's had two, but before that he didn't drop one ball.
That's true, but
Rome's been dropping the ball throughout the whole year. He had the Bengals drop. Remember the Cole Komet throw?
yeah,
Um,
that's just a drop.
you
He
remember the
seems to
one? You
drop
remember
in
the one throw to
colder
the
weather
sideline from
too.
Caleb? Caleb fired to the sideline, and Rome he kind of went down and he just kind of dropped it.
Well, when Caleb's on the ball 100 miles an hour, and you can't just catch it with your hands. No one can do that.
Okay, he's a
Really,
receiver. He catches from Caleb Williams every day,
I guess that's
literally
true.
every
But
day.
he's also been injured, so he hasn't really been practicing.
I don't know. Doesn't mean even if you have a stress fracture, you're still probably catching some balls in the jugs machine.
I don't know. I think Rome, Luther, Colson, Komet, Monangai, Swift is enough, and you can add another guy. DJ, it's just like you're fitting someone else in there. I don't know. I think it's almost overkill.
I mean, that's fair. Another guy. So there's three guys that they can save like 7.5+ million to cut, and it's Edmonds, Komet, and Swift. Swift, I don't think you're cutting. I
You're
think
not
that's
cutting
100%.
Swift. No.
Edmonds is interesting.
Yeah,
I don't see it. I don't see it because there's just like you can't just like it's not plug and play there. He plays a weird position.
that's true. You keep Tremaine.
And like cutting Tremaine, it's not like cutting a running back.
That's true.
So
I
I don't
think
know.
Komet would be the only other one, but I do like Komet as a blocker.
I think Komet will happily take a pay cut. Is that
Yeah,
not
it's
the
true. He
vibe?
does like
I think he's a Chicago guy. I think he just loves Chicago. A little bit like Brisker. Like I think Brisker will take a pay cut too, but I don't know. Brisker's kind of weird because he's got obviously that he's got like that attitude. Yeah, it's tough.
he
He's
does.
he's,
Yeah,
he's got that
it'll be interesting
CJ
to
in him
see
where like would he really
how
take a pay
much
cut?
how much cap do the Bears have?
-4.
Okay.
But it's not like I mean, we've seen Mickey Loomis do it with the Saints. Like cap space is not an issue. You have Caleb on a rookie contract for 3 more years, including the fifth year option. So I mean, because like Caleb's at some point you're gonna have to pay Caleb like seriously like top five
Right.
quarterback in league
You're
money
gonna have to win now,
by the
or
end.
else, yeah,
Um, but you're set up good to the point where like
yeah.
so
That's gonna be interesting when Rome, Colson, and Caleb and
and
Monangai and
Luther
Luther all have
Monaguy's
to be
not
paid.
gonna be expensive, but
It's true.
what do you look at in the future when you're like,
Darnell too.
um, I think I think they're gonna extend Darnell this offseason.
That's true.
I think he'll get a nice extension, but the problem is like I think Rome might be setting up to be only a one contract guy because you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna at that point you're probably gonna extend Caleb a year early. You're gonna give him the extension. But
I
then
want to see a season of healthy Rome. Healthy Rome.
that's true.
Healthy Rome. Rome was 1,000-yard receiver this year. Even with the injury, if he would have played through it at the end, he gets 1,000.
But the problem I'm saying because you're gonna hit a point where you're like Luther is gonna have to be paid this much money. Um, Loveland's gonna be paid this much money. We're gonna be paying Caleb a ton of money. Darnell's gonna be paid a lot of money. Depending on if Trapio can become a really good player, you're gonna be paying Trapio, and tackles are expensive too. And then I just feel like Rome is gonna would end up being the odd man out in that situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of football left to be played. You know, it could be
Yeah.
Luther. Luther has had his character issues
Yeah.
in numerous spots at Mizzou and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So you never know.
I don't know, just
I
like
don't
because I mean the cap's going up every year though, so. But
That's
then
true.
like I think you just gotta. I think Swift once his extension is gone, you just move on, right? I mean,
After this year, yeah, you move off from Swift.
I would be shocked if he stays longer, but I'm trying to think. So then Jalen, I that's not a conversation we need to have now. But
Because he's also someone I like to see with a healthy season because he'll
yeah,
only be better.
because he's looked so much better. Well, the Packers game was low. The second half of the Packers game was good. The first half
Yeah.
was awful, and then he looked really good last night.
Yep.
Um,
They
but
stopped Puka. They were covering Puka, Devontae really well the entire game.
oh, what did Devontae have? Devontae have what? 2 catches?
Oh, I think yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
three?
the last catch at the end, I don't know
That
how
was
much good
amazing.
coverage.
I will say
That
though,
was a
if
crazy
that was
coverage.
ruled incomplete on the field, that would have stayed incomplete.
Yes, that's true.
If they just didn't have evidence, because like it was weird because like it looked like the toe was down. You saw from another angle, it didn't look like the toe was down.
Yeah, that's just
Um,
when you stick with it on the field. You can't really get too
yeah,
upset
you
about
can't
that.
change it. But
I also think, what do you think about the first fourth down? We went for it, and Caleb just gets smacked in the face. They didn't call it. Is that another bad luck Bears call?
that's ridiculous. But this is the funny thing because I feel like the Bears have actually been screwed on like missed penalties the whole year. But you know what? They've gotten the luck with like missed kicks.
Random stuff, yeah.
But I this is what I hate. Like I'm on the Packer fans. I see all on Twitter. It's like, well, they're just gonna lucky they're missing field goals. Kicking field goals in Soldier Field is not easy. It's historically
Right.
been known to be hard because you're on the lake and the wind.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
and McManus has attempted 4 kicks and they were all chip shots. Like now he should have made the extra points are inexcusable. If you're missing an extra point, I mean,
True.
but
And it's not like even if let's say hits the extra point or whatever, it's still not game over. They kick a field goal, it still goes to overtime. You never know. But
yeah. But if you sign so in free agency, we're not looking at any. You spent all your money last offseason with trading for Jonah, Tooney, signing Dahlman.
right,
Who else they signed? Who I'm trying to think. I said that was really
Grady,
it actually.
Deo,
Well, Dio. Oh, Grady too. Man, that was a lot. That was a big offseason, but
yeah, maybe it was a little overkill, but
a little bit. I think the one that I was most shocked about. I was actually more shocked about Grady.
Grady was most shocking because that it felt like you got the lineman, you got Deo, you're fine, and you got went out, you got Grady, and I was like, whoa,
Dio was like at the beginning. Dio was like, oh man, like it's an okay signing. Like we'll see what he turns into. Turns
right,
out
the
he's just.
scheme fit.
I mean, the funniest thing is, I will say, maybe we jumped the gun a little bit. He played what, like 5, 6 games this year?
Dio,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I will say those were some of the worst 5 to 6 games I've seen from an edge rusher.
It's also interesting too because we're committing so much money to him. Do we just keep Dio, Sweat, and Booker,
You
and
can't do
not
that. You can't do it. You just can't because like it gets to a point like it's hard for polls to be able to just like admit, but the earlier you admit that you made a mistake is the better you fix it.
That's true. That's
So
true.
so in free agency, I think you find some way to restructure probably Komet. I think Komet gets restructured. I'm interested to see if one of the linemen gets restructured, like Jonah or something. I don't know. Jonah played really well this year though, so I don't think you can do that. But
They all played well, right?
you kind of stuck yourself in a hole with the Grady Jarrett contract.
You got to ride
And
with it. Him and
Dio,
Gervon, and yeah.
you're just have to build the team for the draft.
Do we have any extra picks? Do we just have our picks?
You just have your own picks. So I think it's all your own picks,
Just have
except
your own picks.
I think I think you don't have a fourth this year, right? Because that was it the Tooney?
Oh, maybe
Or was it last year's? Was it last year's fourth or was it this year's fourth that you traded Joe Tooney for?
I don't know, but mostly have the picks.
I don't know. But also the kicker situation, I think Cairo's your kicker next year, no matter what, right?
He's under contract, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying like I don't think you bring in competition, right?
No. He redeemed himself at the end of the year. I don't think he missed any big kicks.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he actually hit game winning kicks.
And with Ben Johnson's approach of just going for it every fourth down, there's no need for long kicks, I guess.
Yeah. I was talking about Tyler's house last night. I forgot who I was talking to. I think it was Parker, and he was like, I don't know what it is. Every time Cairo gets up the kick, I get a little nervous. And I was like, that's so true
That's
because he's
true.
literally he's one of the most accurate kickers in the NFL. But every time
But
he goes up there, you're just nervous, and I don't know what it is.
I mean, that's every kicker though, especially with the history the Bears have had with the field goals.
Yeah, but
So
so other than that, so I think they're gonna get the 25th pick, I believe. No, which pick is it?
it's gonna be around there.
How is it decided? Is it how is it?
It's gonna be it's gonna 28th, 29th, 30th, 30,
The
29,
Niners get a
30,
later
31, 32,
well, so they're 25 through 29. Wait,
28, 25 through 28.
so then
They'll be
that's
in
the
that
thing.
range.
So the Niners are ahead of them, right? I think it's the Niners are ahead of them, or gonna be
The
behind them. I
Niners are gonna
mean,
be ahead. The Bills are gonna be ahead.
because it's by
And
overall record. Am I wrong?
oh, is it?
I would assume, right? When you go to overall record,
Probably. There's probably
I
something
don't
you
think
can
they'd
look
be like
up.
margin of loss, but
I can try to look it up here.
yeah, let me know if you find it. I don't know, just because so that's the weird thing about it is like, do you like 25th is a tough pick, like 25, 28. Because how many times has there been a quality edge rusher taken at that spot? I just hope you don't get stuck at that point with if you get stuck with trying to draft the traits
That's
guy.
true.
Did you find it? The way I can't hear you.
Like a Shamar. Yeah. 25th.
25th?
25th.
25th. All right, yeah. So I mean
2-5. 2-5.
that is
25th.
that's a tough spot. I don't know where you go there. I think because that's when you get stuck with
And,
like all
and
the
it looks
really
like this year we have the yeah, like the mid guys. Yeah, it's a tricky spot. Hopefully someone falls. You know, like, and we could do a Howie Roseman and just scoop someone up.
yeah. I mean that'd be huge. Like if you just make that mini signing like when the Cardinals signed Josh Sweat this year and Josh Sweat was really good.
All right. Right
But
now,
I
I'm
think
looking at it.
I think that you got to go interior, right?
It has to be alignment. It has to be. You addressed the offense last year. You got to address the defense upcoming.
So obviously, so Caden McDonald has been by far the most picked players on PFF to the Bears. I kind
It's
of like
true.
Caden McDonald. I kind of like that.
Who are the edges in that?
So we
This
got I'm trying
upcoming
to think. So there's gonna be
this
TJ Parker,
could go
LT
earlier.
Overton. Yeah, by the way, we got like 9 minutes. So you're gonna have LT Overton, TJ Parker. Here, let me try to find it.
David Bailey.
I don't think David Bailey's getting to 25.
Is he coming out, David Bailey?
I think he is. Yeah, I'd be surprised.
Maybe Falk, Keldrick Falk.
That could be a shot. Hopefully he falls. I don't know. It's just like you're in a tough position because TJ Parker, dude, he's Montez Sweat, bro. Yeah. And like, do you want
Figure it
two
out
Montez
here.
Sweats? Oh wait, I can't hear you. You're like
How
lagging.
many sacks did Montez finish with?
9.5.
How many sacks did he end up with?
Nine
Is
and a
it
half.
10?
I
Okay.
don't think he got double digits. But he's had flashes where he just been crazy disruptive. So that's the weird thing about it.
Stroke. He just needs someone on the other side.
Yeah. And that's what it is. And obviously the hope is that Booker can someday turn into that. I think it's still the hope, but he's flashed this year. Dude, every time he makes a tackle, dude, he's lowering that helmet.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Booker's so weird. He'll have like 5 good plays a game. That's it. But
Did you see the one run? Like literally, like he's like me to the computer. Just ducks his head. No, you could have just wrapped him like this. There's already, I think
yeah, you just gotta
Gervon was
learn how
coming
to fucking
down.
not
Why?
just kill the other guy. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
weird.
like why? I don't know. But yeah, so I think that DJ is either restructured or he's traded. Byron and Brisker, I think, are re-signed. Um, I actually don't know. They might have to cut Tremaine.
Maybe
Like it's
they roll with
16
D-Jack and
million.
Edwards, and maybe draft someone.
Like you save 16 million for saving Tremaine, or
If you
if you
cut
just cut
Tremaine, you save
Tremaine,
how much? 16 million.
16 mil.
You might have to do that. I
I
mean,
don't know,
Tremaine, he's lost a step. I think that's pretty for
but
sure.
you're saving at least like probably 5 to 6 million at least if you when you extend commit and you push the cap hit.
It's true.
But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, you get Terrell Smith back next year, so that's really the main reason that I don't think that you keep Nashawn is
Charles Smith,
because
okay.
people forget like Terrell Smith. He was a good CB3. He was talented,
Yeah, that's true.
but late
We
round,
had
I could see him taking a Tracy running back.
didn't we draft someone from Eastern Carolina? I thought who was
Eastern
that?
Carolina. Shit. Zay Frazier
Like
from
late
UTSA.
Frazier, yeah, it's not Frazier.
He's medically cleared, so I think maybe he'll come back because he was on the non-football injury list the whole year, like the personal
Right,
reasons.
right,
So
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Bieniemy is getting the Chiefs job. I don't know if you saw that.
Chiefs what?
OC.
Offense coordinator?
Uh,
Oh, okay.
So
He
we're
was
gonna
the
lose
running
Bieniemy.
backs.
Probably Al Harris too. I would assume.
Yeah,
Kind
he's
of
gonna
might have went.
go.
I don't know because like DBs they haven't covered well until these last couple of games.
That's
Um,
true. He's just they get so many takeaways. That's why his name's been brought up and bumped up.
yeah. I'm trying to think. So then Press Taylor, I guess might leave. I think he's the pass game coordinator. Uh, who else is there? I'd be shocked if Antoine Randall gets a job somewhere else. It's no C.
Probably not. No.
I think it drops him
DA's
in.
gonna stay. Ben's gonna stay. Doyle probably stays, unless he gets to call plays somewhere.
I think it'd be funny if JT Barrett gets a job somewhere else. That was like one of like the sneaky hires because I didn't even realize
Oh, the
JT Barrett
QB's
was
coach.
coaching, but then
Yeah.
he was the assistant QB coach for Ben Johnson. Um, yeah, I mean, do you have anything else you want to talk about it?
Oh, yeah. Quick question: if you were like a Vegas sports bookmaker, who would you have favored to win the North, like 1 through 4?
I think I have the Packers favorite. I think I have the Bears second, Lions third, Vikings fourth. I just think
You
because
think
with
Packers? You
if
think
the
the
Vikings,
Lions?
wait, what'd you say?
You think the Lions third?
Yeah, I just think that like if I was Vegas, I'd be like, dude, we don't even know if you have the quarterback. Like at least we know Jared Goff is a good quarterback. And but I will say, I mean, that Vikings defense is like so. I think it'll depend. If Brian Flores leaves, I think they're fourth. But if Brian Flores stays, I think they have a shot to be third.
I think they could put Bears third. Just
I could see it, but like,
can you? I'd be like, it's such a tough thing. That's what I was thinking about earlier. I was like, who's gonna be the favorite for this division? I mean,
so
not
would
even
you
the
mean
Packers
like, do you mean like after the entire offseason?
are
Like these are
for
the
sure
odds in
one.
August, or do you mean these are the odds like soon?
Yeah, like probably before the season, like a week before the season.
I mean, it's going to depend on the offseason, but I would assume that the team in the best spot is going to be the Packers. And honestly, that I would if I had to bet, I would put my
That's
money on the
fair.
Packers winning the North. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, like Parsons healthy. Jordan Love hasn't won the North, I don't think, in his whole tenure.
That's so insane to me. That's kind of crazy.
It's a
But
7 seed merchant.
yeah, I don't know, dude. That's a tough one. Like, yeah, it's gonna depend on the offseason.
Well, what do you think? I saw 10.5 is the number for the Bears win. Do you think they'll get 11?
Um, yeah, I honestly think that if the defense plays like they did against the Rams, they could seriously win 12 games. Even with that, they even though they get the Seahawks next year, they get the Eagles again.
Me personally, with that first place schedule, I think it's a 9 to 10 win team.
I
We're gonna
think
hit a
they
little
get
bit
the
of
playoffs
regression.
as
We're
the
not gonna be able. Caleb Williams not gonna be able to win every fucking late game.
Like if I had to put money
Yeah,
on
maybe we
this,
can sneak in probably.
if I had to put money on the seed they're gonna get, I think it's the six. The six of the well, the six of the seven. I don't mean to be like that, but
6 or 7, yeah.
they're gonna get the six of the seven seed. It's one of the one. It's one of the two.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
Probably the Packers year is coming, unfortunately. But never know.
yeah. I don't know. Well, yeah, we'll see. Should be an eventful offseason. Yeah,
Yep, always. NFL loves to make it eventful. Caleb Williams
yeah.
is gonna get a lot of primetime games. I can assure you that.
Oh God, I mean he got enough primetime games this year. I mean Tom Brady did half the Bears games.
Oh, they're gonna yeah, it's gonna be game of the week, America's game of the week, or gonna be
Yeah,
a primetime game. I think almost every week, probably,
yeah,
especially with the big schedule.
yeah. Exactly. But there are gonna be so many high level games on that schedule. It's gonna be insane. All right. Well, that's all I got. Is it? You got anything else?
Yep, no, that's about it.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for watching. Should be. I don't know. I kind of plan. I think we should do this with a couple other teams. The Bears are a little unique because they're new and we're obviously Bears
We're
fans,
fans.
and we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much more content like this. But yeah, thanks for watching and stay tuned for an eventful Bears off season.